There's an interrelation there. Start the run. Exclamation mark multi? No, it's not exclamation mark multi. I'm not multi-streaming with anyone at the moment. It's exclamation mark challenge in chat. Temper the strength of your units. Okay, so it's the least impactful one. Neat. Exclamation mark challenge isn't working? It should be. Oh, I didn't enable it. It's enabled now. We're all good. Made it in time for the custom. Yeah, I immediately died 2 things quickly, so yeah. I'll take the petrified crucible here, I think. Hornbreaker and try and end up with a Hornbreaker that has thorns on it. I like the idea of that. Sting deck? I mean, we will get a bunch of relics, so we might end up with a Sting-based relic. I have to move the camera down a tad so people can see the code. Ah, yes. Sorry about that. I always forget to do that when we start doing the dailies and stuff. Alright. Thank you, silly. I want a unit early here to start buffing and stuff. I'll accept whatever damage I take as a result of this. Just don't have enough damage. These Forged Disciples can be really dangerous early with the 35 health pool, because it's just like, where are you going to get the damage to do anything to them? My goal at this point effectively just has to be get this Forged Priest to 20 HP, and then torch the Trusted Priest in the backline later. I'm also going to drop the Impish Scholar here, basically just to tank a hit for the Hornbreaker. So you have chosen death. No, I'm choosing to take a hit early so that I can try and get more powerful early, you know? Could have been a lot worse, honestly. If I draw Train and 2... If I also had a Train Steward in hand, then I actually would have gotten the kill. Take 4 more damage here. Okay with it. Impsicle. Alright. Pivot to Imps. Yeah, pivot to Imps. 2 Pyros. No, I got the Imps. That's fine. What's that? Wilting Sapwood? I don't need the energy. I don't need enough energy from it. I guess it's a good Restoration Detonation hit. Anyone else get drop frames? I have not dropped any frames, so if anyone has, that's on Twitch. I'm gonna need some damage early. I'll take the Hornbreaker. Didn't really want it, but I do need the damage early. Don't really have any spells that I want to do much with at the moment, so I'm probably gonna go around this way. Railbeater, Deranged Brute. Ooh, Deranged Brute. I like Deranged Brute a lot. Why is it not got a golden border? I won with that. Yeah, Deranged Brute with the eventual Rage Imps as well. Seems like a good idea. IBR, thank you very much for the for pledging $20 on the Republic Patron. Much appreciated. Welcome to the fourth wall tier. Make one of those endless with no cost. Is that even useful? I can endless an Impish Scholar every single turn, cast it and whatever it gets back. That sounds kind of good. That sounds pretty good. Let's go for it. Why does poor Raps have so many bad status in the deck? It's the heavy adding 5 dead weights to the starting deck. Unfortunately, you can't even remove them. I mean, you know, Restoration Detonation is kind of a dead weight for us, but can't remove that one either. Need to save the money for later. Ooh, enemy units appear on the start of each floor. That's not gonna kill me at all, will it? I've never died to that. Of course I've never died to that. It's not gonna be a problem. Good. Get on the back, get the sleigh. All is right with the world. Transcend him. I don't want to play that yet, but I think I should. Alright, so we're letting one of these enemies get through at this rate. If we have to, we have to. Well to help behind you, maybe 2 Pyre Chompers in front. Definitely torch the Armor Giver. Pyre Chomp there. Probably Pyre Chomp again, honestly. Just get out of the deck. That'll do. Impish Scholar at this point returns nothing, but yeah, that's fair. Never really was going at this point. This is a speculative endless pickup for later. Imp Deck Daddy, I'm trying. We'll see if we can make it one. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, to be fair. Definitely should have gone in the middle, that one, actually. With the benefit of hindsight. Well, we're going to take a bunch more damage here, because it looks like it. No, it's fine. We're all good. One good thing about having Impsicle and 2-for-1 is all of the Imp decks, all of the Imp cards that we want to draft are really, really good when we get 2 copies of them. Take a Root Split? Sure. Pyre Chomper for more energy. I have a lot of energy and nothing to do with it at the moment. Fine. Past that one. I need like an important work or something. Hey Kyoto, how's it going? And an artifact. Ooh, artifacts are valuable. I'm looking for summon Ashes the Fallen in particular. Alright, let's go for it. Friendlies enter with armor 5. Okay. You're right, what do you use for hair? A very cheap a very cheap Aldi store. I think it's called Protein. It's like not protein, it's Protein. Shampoo and conditioner. Just normal, you know. Quick. Any of these? Yeah. See, we're diluting cards out of the deck, so I want to make myself powerful every turn outside of the cards that I draw, honestly. Just curious, my internet is really garbage. Is there any way to lower resolution? You kind of freeze on my end because only 1080. Unfortunately not. That's Twitch not rolling out all different options for quality streams unless you're a partner. Sorry. Right, you know what? Let's actually get some garbage cards out of the deck. I know I'm like drafting into diluting, but they're still garbage cards. Alright, please give me something like a huge event that'll help change the whole run. You did. This is annoying. Because I just went past quick. I don't know if I have the money to actually buy it anymore. Yeah, I just locked myself out of it by 5. It's so annoying. Who do we have to spam to get you partner status? It's something that'll happen on the back end. Always remember event first. Yep, I keep forgetting it. It's my bad. Well, I need to find myself another minion upgrade later. Set up on the top floor, I think. Sack an Endless Scholar here, just to get in the next stand. You down there, another Horned Warrior, and yeah, sure, Pyre Chomper, why not? More draw would also be really, really good because we have the Pyre Chompers for all the energy already. What card is that? The 0-cost minion? So it's the Spike Driver Colony. Extinguish adds a copy of the card to your discard pile, and it's also into your major deck as well. When you have more than 4 copies of them in your deck, Hef comes back at the end of that battle and upgrades them all with plus 20 damage. But if you upgrade them before you dupe them, those upgrades are on all of the duped ones. So I'm not going to play them until I upgrade them a bunch. Take all damage on that floor for us, thanks. I'm going for hard memes, we'll see how it goes. I think I'll also go for hard memes as well. All meme all the time. Throw you away as well. Torch the backliner, I think, here. The 20 damage upgrade can actually be a 3rd upgrade. Yeah, that's why I want to stack them both with 2 upgrades before I do anything. Or rather, remove one and then stack the other with 2 upgrades is more likely. You always draw the deranged brute when we can't actually do anything with it. I have like 2 rage on that floor. Let's just play it as a frontliner unit. It's good enough. I honestly foresee this like dying to a boss. I feel like the Spike Driver Colony is so much better than the Rail Spike option. I agree. Like, providing a consistent board benefit is way more powerful in my opinion than, you know, occasional damage to enemies. Also, you oftentimes don't even want to use the rail spikes to actually kill your enemies. Whereas Spike Driver Colony, you almost always want more of them in your deck. Save fighting sweeping enemies unless you've given them, you know, health. I can actually kind of foresee a situation here where we end up like losing this fight even. That Rage Imp really helped us out there though. And the fact that I could kill my own minion in order to get it. That's the best I can do here. Still get the kill, but I'm not happy about it. Gonna take care of dinner. Take care, y'all. Catch you around, Riddell. Oh, Rage does not decay on friendly units. Great pickup there as a relic. Additional card, definitely. Transcend Imp, so I can try and take the Transcend Imp and make it endless. Brand Warrior, Steelworker, and a Woken Hollow. Probably none of these, though. I mean, if nothing else, I got 2 Transcend Imps there. Activity card except for your champion. Do you have another Transcend Imp, probably, if I go to that space? Yeah, I don't really have spells that I want to upgrade at this point, so I'll go over this way. Ashes of the Fallen is a huge pickup for us right now. How are we getting all these relics? So this is part of the hashtag Blessed. You gain a random artifact after every battle. But then there's also, in order to weigh that out, heavy 5 dead weights in your starting deck. And then there's also 2 for 1. Whenever you dropped a card, gain a second copy. So that you can try and dilute those out. The idea being that you'll end up with a thick deck, not many of the cards of which will actually be upgraded. Rhapsody, what's your favorite color? Purple. Have you got in the game? You got to have the game to partake in the challenge. Just have access to the open beta. Non-boss enemy units gain 6 extra damage. Okay with that. I want the money. Isn't the title of the game a bit misleading? I mean, there's a lot of monsters, sure, but you don't really train them that much except for a few upgrade slots. Am I missing something? No, you're right. You're right. I wonder why they call it Monster Train. It can't have anything to do with the locomotive part of it. It's just a Monster Trainer simulator that doesn't give you enough power, basically. Throw that down. Throw down a Horned Warrior behind. Fletchling give it the front line. There we go. That'll get us off to a good start. Rage doesn't decay as well, right? No, it doesn't. Let's go Horned Warrior here. Welder Helper behind. Welder Helper in front actually is fine. Just as a defensive unit. And then drop a Transcend Imp in the middle here for some more rage. Actually, I'll drop it at the front because I still want it to die so that I can play other Transcend Imps and Rage Imps there on the bottom floor. Even more rage. Sure. Should have March of Shields first there, actually. Maybe you should pick Capacity. The draw was so that I can effectively, like, get to all of my Pyre Chompers and a bunch of other cards in hand at the same time, so that I actually have the, like, enough to do other than just like play a Pyre Chomper and have 3 deadweights in hand. Also to dilute the deadweights out of hand. Having extra size would be nice, but I think the extra draw is more important at that point. March the Imp. Yeah, sure. Just take some damage off the unit there. Throw a train suit there. Should I just sack 2 Pyre Imps? Really sack 2. Hey, another Transcend Imp. Lovely. I have not already consumed the spell, unfortunately, though. Let's just play the train suit on the top floor and I think pass then. I need to make a Transcendent Endless or get like Imp in a box. Imp in a box would be a great pickup here, here for us actually. Would be absolutely huge. Play that just to get a March of Shields out and we should be good. Is it creepy that I enjoy your voice more than Game Rhapsody? No, it's a huge windfall for me, in fact. Means that if I play other games, my voice is still around. I'm late, what did I miss? A very quick loss on the daily challenge because I accepted a challenge and forgot that the enemies had Brawl. They had 5 extra damage and 10 extra health and they just went straight to the Pyre and just slew the heck out of it. Your Pyre gets plus 15 damage. Yeah, nice. Oh, look, it's Imp in a box, but it's another Transcend Imp and it's an important work. Wow. Can a Transcend Imp trigger all previous Transcend Imps? No, they do not stack like that. So Imp in a box here is really good because the unit that I have that's already endless is the Impish Scholar. But the thing is also I need to be able to get rid of imps. So this will give me way too many imps. Maybe I set up like only imps on the bottom floors. And then the top floor is just Transcendent buffs on my main units. I think it's that actually, so I can sacrifice them. Because Imp in a box, as soon as I play my first Impish Scholar, all Transcendents and Impish Scholars past that point will bring back Imp in a box again. Nothing there though. You'd go for important work? I would go for important work if I already had an Imp in a box in order to get returned by my my Scholars and my Transcendents. You probably won't like this idea, but I took Hornbreaker on the first upgrade? What? Really? Over Hornbreaker? I don't know about that. 40 units. I mean, like, Endless Transcend Imp is, like, the biggest thing that I can get over there. Also, obviously, the Spike Driver Colony upgrades. Okay, yeah, we'll go down this way then. Large Stone. Unfortunately, Large Stone's actually really bad on Spike Driver Colonies. Because the biggest benefit of the Spike Driver Colony is it's only 1 space. If you make it 2 space, you can play half of them. Half as many, rather. I might Heartstone it, to be entirely honest with you, actually. Heartstone one of them, remove the other. In fact, I think I will. Perhaps, what are this game plus what are the basics? Sure, it's a deck building roguelike, as you might imagine. And it's, I'll show you in the battle that it's set on multiple different vertically stacked battlefields. Effectively, you use your cards to play out minions and different effects to the field, and then your minions and the opponents auto battle at the end of the round. Your goal is ultimately to protect the Pyre, which is the last shard of hell at the very top of your train. It's on the 4th floor. If they get up there, they manage to hit it, but it does hit back. Lose all health in the Pyre and you die. Demons gain multi-strike. Sure. Good goad. Does removing cards from my deck really matter at this point? Where do you say on a roguelike or roguelite? I prefer to go roguelike. I know the definitions. I think people who are arguing for a more stringent distinction and definition of roguelike are being a little bit silly. I am very much in the descriptivist language camp rather than the prescriptivist language camp, and I think that, like, especially such a narrow definition of a genre is unworkable. There are maybe 5 things that could be classified by hardcore roguelike genre enthusiasts as roguelikes recently. But if you open up just a couple of the things that define the genre, you bring in everything. You bring in, like, the largest genre trend in indie game development for the last 10 years, maybe. Power Stone the colony? It's extra survivability, but I want to leave another space on the colony so I can give it multi-strike or quick. Slay for armor, slay for damage. It's probably still armor, right? Yeah, with the Horned Warriors, it's definitely still armor. What do you have against Silly? Nothing. I like Silly a lot. Slay for damage, I say? Oops. I read an article on the difference between roguelike and roguelite. According to their definition, rogue would be a roguelite. And ever since I've given up. Yeah. It's a... Genre is a useful shorthand very occasionally and incredibly restrictive incredibly often. Money. That's what I want. Let's go. What's a roguelike? That's a whole can of worms, friend. That's what it is. It's a whole can of worms. Alright. I don't need to molt on that floor. Let's molt on this floor. Pyre Chomp on this floor. Pyre Chomp on this floor. I'm just getting cards out for the sake of my Transcendent later. I am a roguelites are the one with meta progression. All the other are roguelikes. Yeah, I mean that's a more workable definition that it has to be a top-down dungeon crawler with permadeath and has to specifically have like all of these other elements. Like, yeah, I can see the kind of like meta progression because there are games with a meta progression that I'm like, this is significantly different to others, but I don't know. Let's simplify stuff. Every game is an RPG. Exactly. You're role-playing as a GameStar, so every game's an RPG. Change my mind. I mean, the Transcendents don't even have anything good in them at the moment. They have one Welder Helper trigger, but that's about it that I like at the moment. Pyre Chompers that I don't care about, and one Molting Imp. It's garbage. I'm actually not going to play them yet. Rhapsody, don't you think Hornbreaker should benefit with the relic that gives demons multi-strike? It's the champion of the demons after all. No, it's a champion type card. So the card distinction that they're referring to there is below the card. It's like they're kind of like their type. If this was being like, you know, if this was changed to champion demon, I could kind of understand it, but I mean, it kind of seems fine to me that it doesn't have the multi-strike. Also, it seems like it would probably be way too powerful if it could. I mean, by the lore. I mean, I don't know much about the lore yet. The lore tooltips were removed from the beta, is my understanding. The more I know about the lore, the more I might agree, though. game has lore? Yes, just not in the current version that we're playing. March you. I don't have any rage in my Transcendums yet. That's what I'm looking for. Also, I really need to find like an important work or impressive sacrifice or whatever as soon as possible. March the imp on the second floor to try and sack it to make space for others. Yeah, it's worthwhile. It's a worthwhile consideration to make. Starting to get my imp in a box back. Beautiful. Oh, great. I don't have any space for all of my imps. I finally got a rage imp as well. Game. Rage imp up there. Torch the backliner, just trying to get them to kill one of my impish scholars. Unfortunately, I didn't even leave my endless one in the front line. Oh. I need like a holdover important work. In fact, 2 holdover important works. Will you try One Step from Eden? I have tried One Step from Eden. I'm not crazy for it like everyone is. It's fine. There are other channels doing it. Blow that up, I think. This run is a hot mess for me, but somehow it's working. How do I get to the somehow it's working part of that, Emmy? Play this War of Mine? No. I recognize that this War of Mine is probably a very, very good game, but if I'm playing a game off camera, I'm usually playing it to try and just relax and cool down. And it's a very heavy subject matter for a game that I would be trying to play to relax. Yeah, this build goes off. I just need to be able to kill my own units. See, I can have all of this, but it does nothing to the enemies. This is the big problem it has. It just does nothing to them. Fair, just wondering where you're at on it. Yeah, it's... Sorry if I seem, you know, dismissive of the question at all. It's just, I get asked that question commonly enough that I'm like... Just a little bit. Okay. Good Goat is like basically the only reason I'm alive at this point. Whenever a card with consumers were played, Restore 5 Pyre health. Beautiful, that'll happen constantly here. Inferno? Inferno will allow me to clear out a floor, including my own imps. Inferno. We need a command with every game you've played or considered playing. That shouldn't be too difficult. You know what? You're not wrong. One step from Eden. Rhapsody has played. One step from Eden and isn't considering making any content on it at the moment. There we go. All right, there's now an exclamation mark OSFE for answering that. I should have done that at the start. Is it not activated? It should be activated. No, never mind. Now it's activated. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm gonna go over this way, basically, just to see the concealed cavern. I'm gonna get Heaven's Gold. I'm gonna have a very, very powerful pyre. And then I'm looking for the one that dazes enemies as they go up there. Summon abilities a second time. Rage gains an additional +1, and beautiful. So we've got the friendly units gain +2 damage on kill. Rage adds an additional damage per stack, and summon abilities trigger an additional time. Huge. Huge pickups there. Honestly, these restores are complete garbage as well. That was just a good shop. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased that I went to that shop rather than going on the other side. I'm also going to take the opportunity to remove another card from the deck, actually. Should be fine. I may never end up using these Spike Driver colonies. Removing Train Stewards too. So if I ever manage to cycle through my deck, the Train Stewards after I play them for the first time won't cycle back into the deck. Which is why I usually remove spells before I move trains. But yeah, I'll eventually end up removing them. You're not embracing the thick deck daddy spirit? Am I not? I have 33 cards in the deck. It's thick, it's just I'm removing the garbage cards to make space for even better cards. Good luck with the stream then, Raps. Sorry about that. Addis Astar? 54, get on my level? I don't wanna. Really? This is the only hand I don't have a Pyre Chomper Imp in? The one where I need it? Alright. No, wait, we set up on the top floor. There we go. I love this boss because she makes cool sounds when moving and attacking. The yeah ones. Yeah. Pretty rad. How long is the stream going already? 2 hours now. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Okay. Maybe I don't play the Deranged Brood or anything like that, just because I want more space. It's gonna be difficult to sack these units, so yeah. I think I don't. They have so much armor. No, it's fine. I'll play him. I probably do go capacity after this, though. Okay. We go Fledgling Imp here, and then Transcend Imp on the top floor for Rage and Energy. Too much of each. Is there anything I really need to do here? Nope. 14 from the daily after I save scummed. A monster. I mean, I imagine at some point they will deal with being able to save scum in those. They also might not. And if everyone can do it, not really too much you can do about it. Alright. Drop the Molting now. Don't have any space to play anything else. Pass. Alright. Made the same mistake you did on the first boss and instantly Alt F4 reload the... Ah, right, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I do not think I would have been able to get away with doing that. My deck is 58 cards and I'm only halfway through. Help. That's the block. I hope you weren't planning on consistently drawing any of those cards. At the very least, with the Consume Crown, I'm still getting some damage up, despite all of this. Why? Every time I have the Inferno in hands, I don't have the ability to gain the energy to play it. I mean, here I wouldn't have had the space to gain the stuff to do it. Still. Just a lot of turns I can't really do anything here. Fire Chomper when I don't need it. Fine. Bro, her voice is angelic, literally. Also, that's some rad wings there. Into it. Should probably wait for a Transcend Imp. Yeah, there's one in the next couple of hands. I should probably wait for a Transcend Imp for the front line here. That'll do it. I mean, I could have also then used Infernal on that floor and just played out a bunch more. Minions cost, sorry, units cost one less. Not really necessary. No, it's the extra space here. Spike of the Hellhorn. I mean, if I play a big Transcend Imp on the same turn as the Spike of the Hellhorn, it's actually huge. Yeah, I'll take a Spike of the Hellhorn then. A big Transcend Imp with all of the Pyre Chompers already stacked into it, of course. Endless. Want a Transcend Imp? The only problem is because if I ever play a Welder Helper, the Transcend Imps don't die when they go to the front line. See, what's your favorite type of shoe? I almost exclusively wear Chuck Taylors. I'll wear Chuck Taylors with like a suit. if like it's a suit occasion, I'll still like usually dress it down with Chuck Taylors. So like, I think that says a fair bit about me, to be honest. Alright, have to pass. Concealed Cavern. What have you got for me? Got a card from the deck and gain another one? Sure. Make sure to Emberstone one of your expensive units. They cost too much. Yeah, I mean, look at that. There's one energy. Pfft, way too much. Try to low latency in settings. I already have that on. What's that? Lack of arc support in Chucks kills me. I don't know if I have like a very flat foot at all. I don't necessarily think I do. I have a very wide foot. So the problem I have with the Chucks is if I lace them up too tight at the bottom, they'll just like constrict my foot all day and it'll feel awful. But yeah, if I just let them have a little bit of extra give on the bottom, I'm fine. Rare Hellhorn, definitely, because I'm looking for like another Transcend Imp or something. Ah, Spike the Hellhorn, that'll do. Go to the next area. Enemies gain armor 20. I mean, they will be very healthy, but I do want the artifacts. To think this was gonna be a spike stack. Huh. I love Chucks for lifting weights. They're very stable shoes, so you know they won't slip when you're picking up heavy things. I'm glad to... I'm surprised to hear that they're useful in that. I always have my, I mean, hang on. How to compose this. I oftentimes move off balance. So that has probably been very, very helpful for me. The fact that they have extremely good grip. Until they tear out the sides. Yeah, no, I get like a new pair of Chucks maybe once every 2 years, once a year or something like that. And then I have a rotation of 3. I have my good ones. I have my wear these, like, if you don't really care ones. And then I have the ones that I still love, but they're definitely not wearable. But I still keep them because I loved them that much. You wear Jack Purcell's, the other canvas Converse shoe? Are they the lower rise ones, like Vans? I don't think I can play any Welder Helpers. If I want to make my Endless Imp actually, like, do endless stuff, I can't play any Welder Helpers. The ones with the smile looking cut out in the toe? unless I'm picturing the wrong thing, that's a Chuck Taylor is like the tip being the plastic edge, the plastic tipped kind of rubber tipped shoe. I can't picture what you mean by the smart looking cutout. Play a Fire Chomper as well. Sack it. Fire Chomper on the bottom floor. I mean, I can even get a Horned Warrior on this floor, but then can't really do anything else. Space-wise. Inferno. Probably should have played a Molting Imp before I Inferno, to be honest, though. That's a big spike of the Hellhorn there. Actually, have you ever used your catchphrase accidentally in casual conversation? Catchphrase? I have a catchphrase? Buffalo Man, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Arap's title game on point, by the way. So, question unrelated to Monster Train. How are you and chat doing today? I'm doing quite well. I can't answer on chat's behalf, but I imagine many of them are doing kind of okay. Ooh. Into the box. Okay. Molting. 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 Fire Chomper there. Transcend Imp on the bottom floor. And then Inferno Maul as well. And then I get the Transcend Imp in my next hand. WTF is that unit in the middle. This is the Deranged Brute. It's a rare Hellhorn unit, so you might not have seen it. But it's not new, is my understanding. I'd like Unbroken Horn as well. That would be pretty huge for us here. Ooh, okay. This is good. This is good. Okay, let's go Fledgling first. Impish Scholar pulls us back the Impedabox. Impedabox. Ooh, another Fledgling hit. Another Impish Scholar. Gets us back another Impedabox. Play the Impedabox. Let's, go for the energy and a Fire Chomper here. And then Transcend Imp at the end. Murder all of the enemies. I have a bunch of imps that deal a ridiculous amount of damage. And I've got 51 energy for the sake of the Spike the Hellhorn here. Yeah, so you're a pretty powerful unit there now. Cool. And, thankfully, my Impish Scholar still dies here. I wonder if that's hit the frontliner twice rather than the backliner twice. What can I do here to get the kill? Probably nothing. Fine. Just accept the 10. Brian's catchphrase is, but I just did that last run, but it's so perfect. Yeah, and it probably will be for a while, at least until the game has another clan in it, so I'm playing from a much more diverse set of cards at that point. I mean, honestly, like, these should be going on you. Finally lost a bunch of imps. Thank heck. Okay. So now we go... Scholar or... Yeah, Scholar and then multiple Transcend imps afterwards. That'll do it. If I had Welder Helpers in here, I could actually just have this floor do everything for me. 1,265 damage on the Deranged Brute right there. Pretty good. Yeah, Spike Driver Colony is no longer part of this deck, really. Neffel is actually just going to tread all over him. Thankfully, we're completely fine with that. We have the Spike and the Hellhorn buffing our units, so, like, even though Neffel gets all of them dead, Neffel can't do anything on this floor. Alright, let's go for... 1987. Pretty good. Ah, whenever you summon the second unit in turn, gain 2 energy. Sure, energy's been a problem for us. Grant +1 stacks of spikes each time supplied. Not really useful, but fine. Impish Scholar, Battering Ram, Reinforce. Don't need any of these, do I? Take an Impish Scholar so that any Impish buffs are better. Give me important work. I need it. Okay, please. Oh my god, I actually don't even have time to get it. Alright. Fine. If I don't have time to get it, what can I do? There's another artifact over here, but basically we have all of the artifacts that are useful for this run. I think I want to go for the 2 removals, to be honest. Let's actually look at the shop first. Double stack? If I could give Holdover to Inferno, that would be incredible. Double stack a Spike of the Hellhorns? Okay. Okay. And then I want to remove, like, another Spike of the Hellhorn, because I just want this one to constantly be the one that comes back when, yeah, when I use the Impish Scholar. And in fact, I'll even remove the other 2 that aren't double stacked as well. I need to guarantee that I get that one back, because that's how I... This is how we... this is how I win. Because otherwise, the fight's going to be so dangerous, and I'll lose. Alright. If we had, like, a One-Horn's Tome in this deck, we could constantly pull that back as well. Ember the Inferno, make it cost less? I don't really need things to cost less at this point. Popped in, looks like you're just squeaking by on this run. Chin up, you'll get there. I'll try, Steve. I'll try. Thank you for popping in. Good to see you. How have things been going with the extension of the public beta? Sack you on the bottom line, sack you on the bottom line. 75 cards? Okay, you got a whole 40 more than me, advice. Fair enough. I haven't consumed anything yet. I'm probably not going to consume anything for a while, but I'll play the Impish Scholar so that I store it in the future Transcendence. So I'm letting him get to the top line and not doing anything yet. Still. Will I play a Transcendent here? Transcendent doesn't actually stop anything here, does it? Right? Lost an Impish Scholar, 2 Pyre Chompers. It actually doesn't stop anything here. Figured people would join it. Let him play more. Glad he's still playing. I pre-recorded like a backlog of videos for YouTube because I was like, ah, it's gonna go away. Oh no. It's so even that time limit wasn't gonna stop me. Welder mid. I don't want to play any of the Welders because I don't want to store them in the Transcendent because I have an Endless Transcendent in the deck. And if I play the Endless Transcendent, I need it to die, so I put it at the front line. If I put it at the front line and it has Welder Helpers in it, it gets a bunch of armor and it doesn't die. So if I want to be able to play it every turn, I don't want to take that. Just finished, I gotta say, I feel pretty confident about my choice at the Historian. Yeah, getting the X-Cost Purge one would have been so good. But at the time, I didn't really have ridiculous energy generation. Now I do, though. I should have at least, you know, not foreseen it, but at least played as though it was possible. Okay. There is our actual Spike of the Hellhorn now. Good to see it. Start with the imp in a box. 2 fledgling imps. That'll do. That'll do. Gets me my kill. Both of those die. Perfect. Let's throw a fire chomper and a multi-imp down on the bottom floor. Then Inferno. I do want to rid those. Maybe I throw away the Deranged Brute. No, the Deranged Brute goes on this floor, and then I give it the big Spike of the Hellhorn. Okay, never mind. You go there, and then this Spike of the Hellhorn on you. Yeah, now you do 180 damage times 2. Pretty good. Alright, gotta head out, but it's been fun. Catch you around Lamagaya Bell. If you took golds for the 50 purge, you might have made a bunch of money. Yeah. Yep, that's an unfortunate thing that I didn't do, but oh well. Can't really do much about it now, so I'm just gonna focus on doing the things that I can. Multi-imp, definitely. Now I'm only losing the front liner there, that's fine. Throw away the Spike of the Hellhorn as well. I have to always make sure that I play this, even if it's gonna have like a kind of small effect. Actually, if you could replay a game another time for the first time to relive all first-time experiences, what would it be? No, it's either going to be Dark Souls 1 or it's going to be Fallout New Vegas. Or Disco Elysium, actually. Maybe it would be Disco Elysium. My standard rote answer was those two before I played Disco Elysium, but it might be Disco Elysium. I liked it a whole lot. Right, let's get another Deranged Brute on this floor. That's going to be huge because it just increases the damage the other one gets. I can win now? Yeah, with the Transcend Imp. Yeah, I can. Right, in the future, when you post vids to YouTube, can you date them so it's easier for us to know if we've watched them? That's what the numbering system is for. Awesome. Also, YouTube tracks the history of videos you've watched. When I post VODs to YouTube, can I date? Oh, right. I was initially doing that, but it became labor intensive. It's just when you download the streams from Twitch, they don't come with the date attached to them. But yeah, I'll try and do that. It's about whether or not Awesome had already watched them on stream is what Awesome was talking about there. Throw a Pyre Chomper as well. Throw out an Impish Scholar. Get back the Imp in a box. Another Pyre Chomper. That'll die on this wall. That's okay. And then a Transcend Imp returns everything to hand. And 42 energy. 72 energy. Yeah, this unit now does 2,378 damage times 2. I think we win. Wouldn't it be better to put the date on the VOD titles? I'll give you a little, this is a little bit of a sneaky that I'm pulling. The titles of the stream series are made intentionally similar to the titles of the main Monster Train series. Because if people know, this is not to hide the fact that it's a VOD. Obviously, it says less stream, and it's got the little Twitch icon in the thing, and obviously, like as soon as you click on it, you can see my face. So, like, the differences are there. But there's an aesthetic property to uploading stream footage to YouTube that will make people just not want to watch it, even if they would enjoy it. And the fact that I'm keeping like the same kind of like aesthetic format of the previous title and the previous thumbnail for the main YouTube series for the sake of the stream series as well made a lot of people give it a chance. Because if I uploaded it as just like, you know, stream VOD, Republic Live, Monster Train, and then the date, I guarantee it would have gotten like a couple hundred views.